Okay, so I'll start
Okay.
over. We have Alyssa Carnley with us tonight. Thank you again so much for doing this for us. We really appreciate it. First off, just tell us a little bit about your story and where you've just your journey with it work so far.
All right. So my name is Alyssa Carnley. I am a presidential diamond and I live in Omaha, Nebraska. I started my business. It will be 2 years next month. So it goes so fast. I can't believe how fast like the months go when you're in this business. It's crazy. But so before I started, a girl that I went to high school with had been talking to me about how, like trying the wraps and all of this stuff. And I just had a baby and I was skeptical about it all and was just like, whatever, no thanks. And then like 6 months after I had my daughter, I was having like really bad postpartum hair loss. So I was like, oh, I always see her posting about the hair, skin, and nails, so I'm going to try it. So I bought them from her and I had really good results with it. But I still didn't start my business until like 6 months later. So all of those people that you talk to that keep putting it off, don't give up on them because, you know, you never know. They will eventually sign up with you. You just have to not quit and they'll see that you are serious about your business and they'll eventually join you. But so finally in December 2014, I started my business. I was working full-time as a dental assistant. My daughter was one, and I started not having a clue what I was doing, which probably a lot of you guys did too. I've never sold anything in my life. I'm from a small town. I'm shy. All the excuses that we hear from people all the time, I was that. And then, my very first post that I did when I started my business, because I was so nervous about what people were going to think about me and that they were going to judge me. And, so I was like, I just started my own business with It Works. I'm not going to blow up your news feeds and be annoying, but let me know if you want any product. So I was scared of what everyone was going to say. But then I started talking to people and I got, some of my coworkers and my mom and my cousin to be my first 4 loyal customers. And my first month, my first paycheck was like $125. So I was like, whoa, like this is nice extra money to have. So then basically right there is kind of when I saw the vision of this company. I saw that you could really make money by doing this. And every day I would go to work and I would be like, why am I here when I could be my own boss and set my own hours and be home with my daughter every day? I hated going to work and listening to my boss tell me, like when I can eat lunch, when I can go to the bathroom, when I can check my phone, blah, blah, blah. And I was just over it, and I decided, so everybody went to conference that January and Mark announced double good bonuses. And I hadn't even enrolled my first distributor yet. So when everybody was like pumped about it because it was like $20,000 to go diamond, it was just double everything. So everybody was so excited and I was like, no, there's no way that I will be able to go diamond by March 31st. I don't even have a distributor yet. But then my best friend Chelsea signed up as my very first distributor right that same weekend when everybody was getting back from conference. So, we were just kind of like, we'll see how it goes. I have built my entire business on social media. I've honestly never had a party. I know that sounds crazy. But social media has always worked for me and it's my thing. So I stick with it. But so my friend Chelsea signed up and we kind of just started working together. So if you don't have your first distributor yet or you don't have somebody that's serious with you yet, I suggest for you to just go find your business partner, go find that person that you can link arms with and you can say, hey, I really don't know what I'm doing yet, but I want you to do this with me and we'll figure it out together and we'll get to the top together. Because I had no idea what I was doing and Chelsea had no idea what she was doing. But, you know, she's one of my best friends. So I said, you want to make some money with me? Like, let's just do this. So we got to work. And like I said, I made this my plan A. I think so many times we just put this on the back burner. You know, we make this our plan B because it isn't guaranteed success. You know, like we're used to going to our job every single day. We're used to that paycheck that you get every 2 weeks. You know, even if it is barely enough to get by, we rely on that and we know it's a guarantee. So our business is kind of just like a plan B. We're like, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, but you know, I'm just going to have it over here to the side. But what you need to do is change your mindset to make this your plan A. You know, that's what I did. I said, I know that this business can get me away from dental assisting and it can bring me home to my daughter. I see these people that are making 5 figures a month because of this business. And yeah, right now they seem like celebrities to everyone, you know, like when I first started, people that were presidentials and ambassadors, they were like celebrities to me. But you just have to realize that everybody that is at the top is a normal person. You know, like Steph and Joel Dunn, they were struggling before they started this business. And this business is what got them to where they are today. So I just gave myself that mindset that those people are no different than I am. And if they can do this, I can do this too. So I just got to work, you know, I'm like, I'm going to do this. This is my plan A. This business is going to bring me home to my daughter. I don't want to be working for somebody else anymore. Because let's be honest, most of our bosses, they don't care about our families. They don't care if we're broke. They don't care, you know, if we're drowning in debt. If our babies are sick, we get the guilt trip of not being able to make it into work. You know, like they make us feel bad that we have to find somebody to come in for us or that we can't make it or that they have to cover our shift for us or something, you know? So I was like, I don't want to live like that anymore. So I did it like March 27th or something. I went diamond and I got the $20,000 bonus. I had a lot of doubts, you know, while doing it. I'm like, there's no way I can do this. I can't. But deep inside of me, something just kept telling me, you can do this. So I did it. And then, so that was about 4 months into my business almost, I went diamond. And then they extended bonuses. So I was like, oh, well, I might as well try to go double. So the next month, in April, I went double. And then in June, I went triple diamond. So less than 7 months into my business, I was making 5 figures a month, which is crazy. And all I did was change my mindset to this is going to be what changes everything for us. So once I went diamond, I quit. I put my 2 weeks in and and I just went from there. And then I was triple all year last year. And then after conference this year, I went prez. So it has been a crazy 2 years to say the least, but this business honestly can change your life. And I know you hear it all the time, but just set your mind to it and stop worrying about what the people next to you are doing or how fast they're doing it or the people that tell you that they're going to sign up with you and they haven't yet. Just stop focusing on that and just keep focusing on bringing new people in and talking to new people every single day. Let me think what else I was going to say.
That's all really, really awesome. Just, you know, one, how fast you were able to do it. And then as you keep progressing, I know you said you were going to you've built your business all on social media, which is kind of how we all have done it. We've done maybe like one party here, party over there, but social media is like the biggest outlet that we use. You're amazing at Instagram, and I know you have an awesome Instagram training. Would you be able to share some of that with us?
Yeah, definitely. So I built all the way to tripled only using Facebook because I was too scared to work Instagram because I felt like every time I posted, I would lose all my followers. Um, so I just stayed away from Instagram because I was afraid of it because I didn't know how to do it. Um, Also with Facebook, I think that we've like all been kind of scared by this algorithm stuff and been backing off of it a little bit. But honestly, like if that's how I built my entire business to triple diamond, like I think we should all still just be posting consistently on there, you know, because everybody is always like, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't blah, 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 like Facebook blocks it, but I'm just, whatever, just do what you used to do on Facebook, and I think that it'll be fine. Okay, so for Instagram, I do my Instagram a little bit different than like Jade Hooper and Jocelyn and all them. I do not put anything at all. It works on my Instagram, nothing. And it works really, really, really good for me. I usually sign up probably between like 6 to 10 distributors off Instagram every month. Okay, so let me pull up. I'll send you guys, if you guys want to give like Victoria a list to that she can give to me, and I'll add you guys to like my Instagram training that I did for my team. But let me go to it really quick so I can make sure I hit all the points on it. Okay. Okay, so Instagram, you either love it or you hate it. It just depends on if you know how to do it or not. It is a huge tool for running your business, especially on social media, because I feel like Facebook, it's kind of hard to like keep adding people because people think it's a little bit creepy when you add them on Facebook and they don't really know you. But on Instagram, it's like a whole open market of cold market of people. So my first tip on Instagram is your bio, like the part that's about you. So it's the very first thing that people see when they click on your page. I'm on private. It's up to you guys what you want to do, but I found it more successful when I'm on private. So your picture, you want it to be a nice, good picture of you, not your kids or your dog or It Works Global, or not. Don't even like have an It Works shirt on in it. Just have it be a good picture of you. And then have your name just be your name, you know, or something about you. Don't have it be like skinny rapping with Alyssa or what. Don't have anything It Works at all. And then write a little description about yourself. Don't make it too huge because I've noticed that a ton of It Works girls have like huge bios that have like long descriptions like mom, adventurer, you know, all this, and it's like 3 lines with an emoji in between each one. And I don't know about like regular people that aren't It Works, but I can tell that those are It Works people by looking at their bio and seeing that huge description with emojis everywhere. So I just have like my girls' names and dental assistant because since I was a dental assistant, I always follow dental assistants because they can relate to me. And I enroll a ton of dental assistants as distributors. So just have a nice, short, and sweet bio of yourself. And don't put your Facebook link in there. I know that like Jade or Jocelyn or somebody says like, put your link in there so people can find you easy on Facebook. But I don't have that because that looks It Works to me. Like, because there's so many It Works girls that have their link in their bio. So don't have that in there. The next thing that is huge, this is one of the most important things about your Instagram, is building your followers. Because the more people that follow you, that's the more people can see your posts. And honestly, like I have 2 Instagram accounts now because I like maxed out my followers on one of them, or the people that I can follow. But I have like 10,000 on one and 3,000 on one. And I can tell you guys that I do not message anybody, ever. People come to me and ask me what my business is. And it's so nice because I don't have to go around chasing people, sending out 1,000 messages to people. That's just wasting my time because they all ignore me. So build your followers so the more people can see your posts that you're doing. You want to keep your followers and your following numbers around the same, because if you are following a ton of people and a ton of people aren't following you back, so let's say you're following 6,000 people and only 2,000 people are following you back, people are going to look at your profile and think she must be trying to sell something, or she must be annoying or in network marketing or something, because why doesn't anybody ever want to follow her back? So try to keep those two numbers around the same. I use an app. It's called Followers. I have an iPhone, so I don't know what the best Android app is for it. But I use the app Followers to track my people that unfollow me and the people that don't follow me back. So how do you find people to follow? You can search hashtags, so like I was a dental assistant. So I searched dental assisting pages, and I'll go in and follow the girls that are on that page that are dental assistants. Or you can go to like The Bachelor, because there's girls all our age that love The Bachelor and they follow the people on The Bachelor. Like the girls that are on the show, or whoever the person is that season, or, like the girls from Teen Mom or boutiques, or, you can search places in your area that people check in at. Like there's different things that you can do to find people. And then once people start following you back, go into their recent pictures and go to the people that liked their recent pictures and start following those people, because that means those people are active if they've liked somebody's recent picture. Also, you can just go into somebody's followers. So let's say somebody requests to follow you, you accept them, go to their followers and just scroll through their followers and find, like girls that you would want on your team. I kind of just look at their picture really quick, and if it looks like somebody that is crazy or 14 years old or a creepy guy, I don't. I just do girls that I could see on my team. So that's how I find people to follow. I do not let It Works people follow me, just because I've heard like horror stories of people poaching off of people's pages and stuff like that. But don't let It Works people follow you, unless it's somebody that's like on your downline or like one of your leaders or something. But if it's just some stranger that's an It Works person, don't let them follow you.
Right, It Works is awesome. I know, but you don't let the people follow you because they'll take off your face. They'll take your customers.
Hold on 1 second. If everyone could let me make sure everyone is muted. 1 second. Okay. I think everyone's muted. Sorry about that.
Okay, so like I said, I use the app Followers, and so what I do is I take 2 days of following people. So I'll follow maybe it just depends what you have time for. But so take 2 days of following as many people as you can. And then on day 3, don't follow anybody. Let it all catch back up with you, so that those people that you requested or whatever can follow you back. And then on the 4th day, go open your app and unfollow anybody who didn't follow you back. That makes sense? So day 1 and 2, follow. Day 3, just hang out and wait for people to follow you back. And then day 4, open your app and unfollow anybody who didn't follow you back, to get your numbers back to the same. And in the meantime, on days 1, 2, and 3, use your app, just refresh it. And anybody who unfollowed you, unfollow them too, because you don't want to, if they aren't following you, then you don't want to follow them either. The next thing It's like I have different examples of pictures. So the first picture is like a whole bunch of It Works pictures and rap pictures, you know, and it's like those pictures that say, well, you're busy thinking I'm annoying, I'm being successful, love me or hate me, I'm still getting paid, you know, like those pictures. Like you don't want to ever post a picture like that, not on your Facebook or your Instagram. Or, you know, like I'm looking for 5 ladies who want to grow their hair out, or this girl has wraps in stock, and all these crazy glittery pictures. Like don't post those. The second example is that I have on this training is like Jocelyn's Instagram. Her Instagram looks really nice and it's really clean. She has pictures of her with the products, her holding money, you know, pictures of wraps and everything. So that's a way you can do it. Like if you want to do it that way, that's great, but that's not how I do it. I literally have nothing It Works on my page at all. So when I don't have It Works because it creates curiosity in people. So I'll always talk about my business, but I'll never say like when I started my It Works business. I always just say when I started my business. And then when people read that, and then it makes them wonder like, what's her business? You know, so then it makes people come to me and they say, hey, what's your business? I'm curious. I always see your posts. And I want to know what you do, blah, blah, blah. So here's some examples of some posts that I've done. It's kind of hard when I can't show them to you guys, but like I use Pinterest a lot for my pictures, and I just do, you know, Instagram is all about pictures. So people don't necessarily always read your words that you say, but they will see your picture and like your picture and decide by your pictures if you are somebody they want to follow or not. So like an example is I have like a picture I got off Pinterest, and it's like the mom's legs and the kid's legs, and it's in bed together, you know, and they're just cuddling in bed. And it's like Fox News recently reported there are approximately whatever stay-at-home moms in the U.S. Being a stay-at-home mom was always my dream, but we couldn't afford it. And even if we tried to make it happen, my husband would have always been away at work trying to bring in 2 incomes, blah, blah, blah. So like I make my posts inspirational and I make them full of hope so that when people read it, they're like, dang, maybe that's something that I could do. I wonder what she does. But if I posted It Works everywhere, people would automatically know what I do and they wouldn't message me. I just feel like there are so many It Works people that are very, very spammy on Instagram. They just cold message everybody and anybody, and it makes people have a bad taste in their mouth about our company and this business and the wraps, you know. And when you can show them that they don't have to be like that, it makes them interested. So many times people will be like, what do you do? And I'll say, I have my own business with It Works or whatever. And they'll be like, the wraps, why aren't you like posting all about it? You know, like they think they have to be like that, and they don't want to be that person that spams their family and friends all the time. So if we show them that they don't have to be like that, it makes them interested in starting their own business. It's hard to show you guys examples of how I post. But like if I post a product picture, it'll just be like a picture of pretty long hair. And I'll say, long hair is so pretty and fun. Drop an emoji below if you're trying to grow your hair out quickly. I don't say like, hey, order this It Works hair, skin, and nails as a loyal customer, 40% off. You know, like I make it mysterious. And then anybody who likes that post, you know, because they're going to be like, oh, that hair looks pretty, I'm going to like that post. You can go in and message that person and just send them a screenshot of the picture that they liked and say, hey, girl, thanks for the love on my post. Are you interested in being a product tester for me? Because that they liked your post and you're just thanking them for it. So that gives you, you know, you can message them without being cold message you. Or like I found this other picture that said, I'm looking for a moisturizer that hides the fact that I've been tired since 2010. So I posted that and I said, I finally found it. Drop an emoji below if you're still searching and want to know my secret. So those are the kind of product posts that I do. I don't do, you know, like wrap before and after pictures and stuff like that. Something else is like, you can take a picture of you at the gym or something, and you can say, you tell a story about how your knees always bothered you, so it's been keeping you out of the gym, and you finally found a product that helps with your joints. You know, you don't have to post a picture of relief or whatever, you know, or do tiger stripes and relate that with stretch mark cream. You just have to think outside of the box and be creative with it. So that you don't have to post it works everywhere, so you keep people curious about what you do. Does that make sense so far? Or do you guys think this is crazy?
No, it definitely makes sense. And I think that's an awesome thing, because I do see a lot of people, especially newbies, that automatically go to graphics or use before and afters like crazy, or definitely like, I mean, I'm guilty of posting pictures of products as well, because I'm always drinking energy or things like that. But I love
I don't think it's like bad to post pictures of products and stuff, but it lets people know what you do, and then they don't message you and ask you like, hey, what's your business? Like they'll see your energy and they'll be like, oh, she's with It Works. I already know what she does. I don't need to message her and ask.
Yeah, definitely. So that makes it, that makes like a ton of sense. I love like keeping the mystery there, and I definitely need to use that followers app for sure, because it's so hard for me to keep track. Because I was looking in the in our VIP group, and I forgot to see what apps people were using. So that's awesome.
Like my team used to never have any success on Instagram at all. And even Chelsea, she's like my triple diamond. She would be like in a huge rut on Instagram, or just say like, I hate Instagram, I can't do it. I'm like, do what I am telling you to do. Like I'm telling you, like, this works. And she finally started to do it, and like my team started to do it, and they see results all the time. Like I have girls that are brand new that just started 2 weeks ago, and they already, just by like doing my Instagram training and doing it like that, they have so many potential distributors already, because people are like, what are you doing, you know?
And just keeping the mystery there for sure. I love that.
And then I know that a lot of you guys probably have full-time jobs, and Instagram is busy work, you know, like you're constantly trying to follow people and unfollow people and build that, and then you're constantly trying to post. Like I try to post 6 to 8 times a day on Instagram. I try to do like 4 or 5 opportunity posts, and then a product post, and then just filler posts. You know, I just use different things off Pinterest or just my life or whatever. I think they have Buffer now for Instagram, but I don't know how good it works. But something that you can do to schedule your posts is have like all of your pictures ready and stuff, and then turn your airplane mode on your phone, and then go to upload your pictures to Instagram, and they'll fail. So you'll have at the top of your news feed a whole bunch of failed posts that you tried to do, but they didn't go through because you were on airplane mode. And then throughout the day, when you want to do a post, just hit refresh on it, and it'll upload that picture right away. So you have them all scheduled right there in your news feed. They're just failed. And then you just refresh it, and it'll just post that one picture for you. And then the next thing too, you want your pictures to look nice. Like you want your Instagram to look nice. So what I do is I use 2 different apps. I use PicTapGo, which I'm sure you guys have all heard about. There's a million different filters on it. So pick one that you like, or a combination of filters that you like, and use that filter on all of your posts, so that when people look at your page, like I always get compliments like, your page looks so good. Because I have it all looking nice and clean, and it's not messy. You know, there's no drama or negativity on it or anything. And then I use InstaSize, and it makes that white border around your picture. so it looks nice and clear. You guys don't have to do that. You can just post it without it. But so the biggest things are keeping your bio short and simple and sweet with no it works. Because that's the first thing that people are going to see when they come to your page. They're going to be like, oh, who's this girl that followed me? They're going to click on you. And that's what they're going to base off of if they're going to follow you or not, is what they see right there. The two most important things about Instagram are building your followers and making thoughtful posts that give people hope that this business can do something for them. I don't know any of you guys, so I don't know where you're at in your businesses, but the biggest thing to signing up distributors is giving people hope. You don't want to say, join my team for $99 or, posts like that. Basically, you want to have a consult with people on how you can help them change their life. It's not about you. You have to make it about them. And that is when you will be successful with enrolling distributors, is when you make it how you can help them change their life. If they look at it and they're like, this girl's just trying to make a quick buck off of me and she just wants me to sign up to help her or join her team, they aren't going to want to sign with you. So you have to pull at people's heartstrings, basically. You have to reach for the feels, like that single mom who's working 4 jobs and she never gets to see her baby. What can you say to inspire her to want to do this business and give her hope that this business can change that for her? Or that stay-at-home mom who is lonely because all she's with is her babies all day, and her husband is working sun up to sundown and overtime all the time because he's trying to bring in an extra income because she's at home. What can you say or post that's going to make that mom be like, dang, maybe this is a good opportunity for me? Or college students, college students are just out on their own for the very first time. They're trying to be in school. They're trying to make money, or they're living off of student loans and they have all this debt that they're piling up already, and they're 19 or 20 years old. What can you say to make those college kids be like, this sounds like a good opportunity? So that is what you have to do to sign up distributors, is give people hope that this business can change their life. Does that make sense?
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so every time you post, that's the biggest thing on Instagram. So building your followers and making good posts that is going to make people message you and be like, dang, that spoke to me. What do you do? Can I have some more information about your business? And don't mention it works, so you can create curiosity in people. And then post good pictures that catch people's eyes, and use Pinterest if you have to. If somebody doesn't sign up right away, which most people don't, have them add you to Facebook, because it's way easier to keep in touch with people on there, especially if you start building your followers really big. Like my account that has 10,000 people on it, there's no way that I can keep track of one person's posts all the time. But if you bring them over to Facebook, there's where you can follow and unfollow people. There's a see first. So you can click on that and make it so that every time they post, it's at the top of your news feed, so that you can make sure to build a relationship with them by commenting and liking on their stuff, because you see it right away. So always have people add you to Facebook if you've talked to them on Instagram about starting their business, just so they can see you all the time. I think that's, yeah. And then if you guys want, I'll add you. Just send it to Victoria about if you guys want added to that Instagram training, because it'll be a lot easier when you can just look through it and read it and see kind of how I post and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. That would be amazing if we could do that. So, you run everything through social media. Outside of that, what is your biggest tip for everybody? I know you probably get asked that all the time. What's your biggest tip? And it's so hard to think of just one. Or what are your top couple tips for us?
Okay, so something that is huge is that you can sit and watch YouTube videos all day. You know, you can sit and listen to trainings or whatever all day, and you can say that you're going to do something, but you have to actually get to work and take action in your business. You know, every month Mark will announce these huge, amazing incentives for us, you know, like good bonuses and everything, you know, even that $1 million drawing. And people will be so pumped about it. You know, they're like, I'm promoting this month. I'm going Ruby or I'm going Emerald and getting that bonus, blah, blah, blah. And then the end of the month rolls around and nothing's happened, you know? So you cannot just talk about it. You have to take action and, you know, actually work your business. You know, if you don't have your steps to success printed out, do it. Something that Christina Watts, I heard her say that I have my team do now, print off your steps to success, and then next to each line, like next to each loyal customer, write what day you want to have them enrolled by. So like loyal customer number 1, I want to have that person enrolled by November 4th. So then when November 4th rolls around, if you don't have that loyal customer yet, you have that to look at and be like, dang, I told myself that I wanted to have that person enrolled by today, so I'm not going to bed tonight until I have that loyal customer enrolled. So set little goals for yourself on your steps to success. Do it next to your distributors too. You know, like by the 11th, I want to have my first distributor for this month enrolled. And then if the 11th rolls around and you don't have it, you know, don't go to bed until you do it. And then have your rank print or your next promotion printed out too. If you are a distributor, have your executive chart printed out, you know, so you have that right in front of your face and you can see what you need to promote. What else was I going to say? Yeah, so you have to just get to work and you can't, you know, you have to take action. Something that I do that is really helpful is I have a checklist for myself. It's like right there, that whiteboard. I have, you know, like what I want to get done every day. So it's like I have my Instagram and then I have, you know, like 5 little lines that says business posts. And then I have filler posts and product posts. So then I have how many I want to do. So I have like business and then I have like 4 lines next to it. And then I have filler posts and I have like 3 lines next to it so that I can make sure. So every time I do a post, I can put a check mark there so that if it's like 4 o'clock and I have barely any check marks done, then I can look at my list and be like, dang, I need to start posting a little bit more on Instagram today because I'm so far off on my checklist. Does that make sense? And then I have the same for Facebook too, so I make sure that I'm posting on my Facebook every day. I have follow-ups on there, you know, and then just stuff for me, like make sure I'm taking my products or that I get a workout in or that I listen to 30 minutes of self-development or I check in with my potentials or any of my new distributors. So make a checklist for yourself so that you can hold yourself accountable to getting things done each day. And then at the end of the day, you can look at your checklist and be like, dang, I really didn't work on my business very much today. I need to do a better job tomorrow.
Yeah, that's really awesome. So I know you are really awesome on, well, both Facebook and Instagram. But for the Facebook side of things, question one, do you tag your post from Instagram straight to Facebook or do you post them separately? Separately? Okay. And what about, I know you said people message you. Do you ever message out to anybody?
I used to, like before I had like a lot of followers, you know, but honestly, I would feel like that was just such a waste of time. Like I would message everybody that liked my posts, you know, and I would just screenshot it to them and say, hey girl, thanks for loving my post. Do you know anybody who's interested in making extra income? If you are sending out things, don't ask that person if they're interested. Ask them if they know somebody, because it makes like a little, you know, like something go off in their head, be like, well, what about me? You know, like I might be interested. So always just say, do you know anybody who's interested in making extra money? So I did. And if I would have like 50 people like my post, that's 50 messages I could send out. But literally like maybe a couple people would actually respond to me and be real potentials. I mean, which is better than nothing, but it's so nice when you can get to that point where you have so many people messaging you that you know are actually serious about it, so that you don't have to waste all that time messaging 50 people the same thing over and over again, you know? So that's why I think it's so important to just focus on building your followers so that you have so many more people that can see your posts, and then focus hard on making thoughtful posts instead of wasting your time messaging 50 people and getting no response. You know, make it worth your time, you know, like just build your followers and make good posts in the meantime until you have. I just started my new Instagram probably like 2 months ago, and it probably was until I got like around 500 people following me until I started to get people who would be like, what's your business? What's your business? So just start building your followers. And I promise if you do it this way, people are going to start coming to you, and it's amazing. You know, I always feel like we're kind of just sitting around, especially on social media. When you do parties, it's like all face to face. So you're like right there with the people. They can see your excitement. And in one night, you can sign up 4 loyal customers and 2 distributors who are at that party. But on social media, you know, it's kind of like a waiting game. You're kind of just sitting around like, okay, is this person going to sign up today? Or who can I talk to today? Or what can I post today? And it can take weeks to sign up a loyal customer or a distributor. And you could do, you know, what you could do in a party in one night, it takes you weeks to do on social media. So with social media, you just really want to do things that don't just take up all of your time, you know. And I just feel like when you have to send out 1 million messages to the same people over and over again, it's kind of wasting your time, if that makes sense. So instead, really focus on those 2 things, building your followers and making thoughtful posts. And I promise you guys that people will start coming to you and be interested in starting their business. And you are going to get so many new potentials by doing it this way.
Yes. What is your follow-up? Do you have a system of how you do follow-ups every so often?
I am so bad at that. I have a notebook with I'm so bad. Like I have a notebook that's like my hundreds list. And the best thing to do is to write every single person's name. You know, like once you get going on Instagram, you are going to be talking to so many people that it's hard to keep track. Like it's hard for me to keep track of everybody that I talk to. So like I'll just have to go back through my Instagram messages, you know, and see who I talked to and who added me on Facebook and stuff. But the easiest thing to do is just have a notebook and write down every single time you talk to somebody, you know, like write down their name on Instagram and then their name on Facebook, because sometimes it's like different and you can't figure out who's who on what. Write down where you met that person at, if you met them on Instagram or Facebook. You know, write down what they said. If I have to wait till next week, or I have to just wait till I have the $99 or whatever their excuse was, so that you can just look at that list and know who is good to follow up with that week. But I'm bad at follow-ups.
Yeah, I'm there with you, girl. Well, I think that was all the questions I had. If you have anything left to say, feel free. But I just want to thank you so much for doing this for us. And I'll definitely get the list together of people for your Instagram training as well. That would be awesome for everyone to take a look at and everything else.
Yeah, it'll make a lot more sense when you guys can kind of just look through it, instead of hearing me say it all. But it works good. I promise you guys, if you do it this way, you will notice a huge change in your Instagram game.
I'm so excited to try it out. So yeah, I think that was all the questions. Thank you again so much for sharing all that with us. Yeah, Brittany said thank you.
You're welcome. I hope it helped you guys.
Yes, it did so much. Thank you so much again. And will you be at conference this year? I know you're okay. Cool with your little baby.
I know she's coming too.
Oh, that's so exciting. Well, I'll be sure to see you. Hopefully, I will be in Elite with you. All right. Well, thank you so much. I'll go ahead and stop the recording.
All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.